Oh hi! It has been a while since I last talked about this thing, but I finally have the time and ability to actually talk about the Virtual Boy. That's right, I own a Virtual Boy. This is amazing, I've always wanted to own a Virtual Boy. So, let's see, is this thing actually as bad as people say?
Now put the pitchforks down. I know this thing has a really bad reputation and has made people have many headaches, blah 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 blah. But I think maybe it's time to give this thing one last chance.
Okay, so it's worth mentioning that I am actually blind in one eye, and therefore I don't have depth perception and I can't see through the left eye hole. However, this thing's still really impressive for the time. Like, let's not forget, 1995 on a budget.
Is it a good console? No, not really. Is it the spawn of Satan that everyone makes it out to be?
So let's look at some positives. For example, this console is so cool. The logo is cool. That font is cool. I like the use of the word boy because I like that it ties it to the Game Boy line. And some of the games are actually quite fun. For example, Teleboxer. I mean, okay, it's not like revolutionary and it is a bit repetitive, but I like a punching game on a Nintendo console. I mean, one of my favourite games is Punch-Out, so it speaks for itself. I'm not like good at it, but we live and learn. And who can forget Wario Land? Yeah, okay, it's Wario Land. They're not like my favourite games in the world, but Virtual Boy Wario Land is pretty fun. I mean, I've only ever emulated it, but I imagine it'll be kind of fun on real hardware when I eventually get the money for that. And to be honest, I've never actually got a headache from this thing. And I've used it for quite a while at one time, and I've never suffered any consequences. Could that be my depth perception? Could that be that I'm just lucky? I don't know. But it's not as common as people would say, at least in my opinion.
But as someone who has now played this thing, I can confidently say that playing this thing can be a pain in the arse. The box for this thing varies between country. The Japanese one, in my opinion, is a bit mid. I mean, yeah, it looks nice, but it is absolutely nothing compared to the beauty of the US box. Like, this is just the 90s if it was a box. I absolutely love this box. I really wish I could own one, but they had like an extra £200 to the console, so you know I'm alright.
I do think the worst part of playing on a Virtual Boy is that the games are just so expensive. I mean, I can barely afford games now, never mind games for a failed console from 30 years ago. As much as I might want to.
Actually played this. I can now confidently say that playing this can be a pain in the arse. For me, my stand broke at some point, and now I can't use the Virtual Boy properly. I could lie in my bed, but that's also not a good way of using it. But even if you play it how it's supposed to on the stand, it's a really, really annoying console to play. Like, if you play on the table, I have to, like, crane my neck down, and it hurts, and I just, like, can't be arsed. You'd be better off doing what the Angry Video Game Nerd did.
Why isn't there a head strap?
And I am not doing that.
So as I've said, I quite like the design of the Virtual Boy. But what I don't like is the damn controller. I mean, look at this thing, man. 2 D-pads, 2 button placements, and by the way, if you're trying to learn this controller, well, good luck to that. You're not going to be able to see it because your eyes are covered. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but I don't like the weird buttons at the bottom instead of triggers. Like, you know, if I'm triggering, I want to do this, not this. It's weird. I do like the little finger grips on the controller base itself, that's kind of nice. But one thing that I don't like, in order to power the console, you actually have to plug it into the controller. Isn't that weird? I mean, why would I want to do that when I could just, like, plug it into the console itself? I mean, I know it's because, oh, the Virtual Boy has to be, like, portable. But no one's going to pull this out on a train. And I was planning on doing that, but I can't afford to go on a train. I've just bought a fucking Virtual Boy. I am so poor right now. But, yeah. It's ridiculous. Why would I want to plug a game console through a controller? I mean, yeah, I know that means I could use a battery pack, but this thing hammers through batteries. Luckily, I've got the wire, but it's just a waste of time. And it doesn't really help because it took me like half an hour to figure out how to turn this thing on, because who's ever plugged a game console in through the controller?
But basically, all I've been saying about this console is that it has a lot of aura, and that it does have. But what about the games? Well, there were 22 games developed for this thing in total, and hey, that's more exclusive than the PS5. The games on this console are honestly nothing to write home about. I mean, as I said, Telebox is kinda cool, but to be honest, I can't really get past the second opponent, so whilst it's fun, it does annoy me. Something that I will always remember is a 3D game for a 3D world.
The Virtual Boy is really cool, and if anyone ever says otherwise, they're wrong. But if anyone ever says that it's a bad console, they're right. But that doesn't negate the fact that this console means a lot to me. I mean, I've always had a fascination with it. I mean, 5 years ago I fought against it, but hey, it's a great console. It's a great design, and it's just not something we get these days. And that's why I love it. And that's why, for the rest of time, it's going to be the crowning achievement of my video game collection. Or until I'm really poor. I mean, I'm £2,000 in debt now. I'm gonna have to sell this thing.